Hey there and welcome back to Taste Seoul Good. So today I have traveled down to Yongin, just south of Seoul City, where we're getting ready to check out the Korean folk village. This is a really cool place. It makes you feel like you've really stepped back in time. Let's go check it out. So the Korean folk village is located in Yongin, which is easy to reach by bus or by subway. If you are visiting Korea, make sure you come and plan to spend a day here. There are so many things to do. It's open all year round. You're gonna have a great time, so make sure you do come and spend a little bit of time at the Korean folk village in Yongin. And the village has different types of houses that represent different parts of history and different classes of people. So behind me is a type of house that would be used for maybe a middle-class farmer back in the old days. You can tell by the hay or the straw roof that that's who it was used for. So we've got that, and then if you go behind me, you're going to see replicas of what might have been used for the royal family. You can tell the roofs are much different, and it's got that nice slanted roof. So there's different things, so as you're walking along, you can get the history and also learn a little bit about the different class systems of Korea. All right, speaking of traditional, this is super cool. So behind me are dozens, if not hundreds, of these brown clay pots. And inside, there's something special fermenting. So in here, you're gonna find either doenjang, which is a soybean paste, or soy sauce. And these things stay in here and ferment for years. Some of these tags that I see on here actually started in 2007. So that's like almost 12 years old. So the longer these things stay in here, the more delicious it's gonna taste. I wish I could open these up because I bet they taste absolutely amazing. I can't, but the good news is you can actually buy some of this at another shop in the folk village. Chopping the wood is really cool. It's really fun. I was surprised. The axe is really heavy. It's a lot heavier than I expected. It took a few times, but it's kind of a cool thing to do, so be sure to check that out as well. So there's so many free things you can do while you're here. Make sure you come for at least a few hours because you're gonna have so much fun. Luckily I've come on a Saturday afternoon. It's a little bit cold, but it's not too crowded, so it's a great time to come hang out and just enjoy all the Korean traditional things. All right, one of the other activities you can do is check out a farmer's dance. So twice a day they have performances, and again, it's absolutely free with your admission. So there are drummers and dancers that are doing amazing things with their hats, and it has deep ties into the Korean traditional culture, especially with the agriculture and farmer industry. So make sure you schedule enough time to come check it out because you're going to be absolutely impressed. So after all that exploring, I've worked up quite the appetite. So good thing is you can come here and have lunch. So we're gonna go check out the Korean traditional food options and see what's available and get something in our bellies. So let's go check that out. All right, so I've just sat down for lunch. Let me tell you, everything smells amazing. So you order and get a ticket, then you go to the different counter. They've got all kinds of different Korean traditional foods. So what I have here is called sonsujebi. So it's a handmade, almost like a pulled noodle, but more like a dumpling. So it comes in a light broth, and it's got these little, they're called sujebi, but basically it's kind of like a dumpling. It's a little chewy, it's really good. It's topped with some fresh clams and some dried seaweed and green onions. And it's served with a side of kimchi. And this kimchi looks like it's been really well fermented. It's gonna be nice and sour and tangy. Let's try that out first. Oh yeah. It's really awesome, you guys. You can really taste that nice fermented sour taste. And we've also got a bulgogi bibimbap here. And it's served with some different side dishes as well. You can mix that with rice and some red pepper paste. I think that's gonna be absolutely amazing. And we've also gotten what is called makgeolli, which is a Korean traditional rice wine. And it's white in color, and it's really, really tasty, and it's traditional. So let's try that out. Oh yeah. So it's a little early to be drinking, but hey, it's Saturday, why not? Let's try it out. Oh wow. So I've had a lot of makgeolli before. This one tastes much different. It's a little more potent, but it just tastes fresher or something. It's got really good taste to it. Yum. If you've never had makgeolli, again, it's a rice wine. It's hard to describe the flavor, but it's almost like a beer, but it's pretty low alcohol percentage, but it's really tasty and it is super refreshing. And so this is actually a myeolchi broth, or like an anchovy broth. It's super light, but it's got those pieces of dried seaweed, give it a little bit of saltiness. Really good. And finally, try one of those sujebis, so these little dumplings here. Perfect amount of chewiness to it. Still soft, so hot, pillowy. It's really nice. Like I said, today it's winter. It's early January, so it's a little cold outside, and we're eating outside at picnic tables. This is a great thing to just warm your soul. Alright, so as you come to the folk village, there's a lot of different activities that you can do. They're included with your admission into the village. So right behind me is an equestrian show. And this show runs twice a day, so you can come here and it is free. And you can see different horse tricks and cool Korean traditional different activities that it did back in the old days. But do come here early, there's a lot of people and you're going to want to get a good spot. So make sure you come to the equestrian show early.
멋진 기술이 가능하게 되면 준비됐으면 하나 둘셋 그렇죠 여러분들의 박수와 환상이 끊이잖아요 됩니다 달려보자 야호 달리는 말 위에서 180도 회전을 해서 다시 말 위로 올라타는 목적을 선보이고 있는데요 선보이는 굉장히 고난이도의 고급 기술이라고 합니다.
So since this is a folk village, as you walk down, you're going to see different types of little shops. These are actually some masks that have been hand carved from wood. They're super cool, they're super detailed, and I think you can actually have an experience doing this yourself. You can also buy the masks to take with you. So perhaps my favorite performance of all of them is this one. So this is the tight-roping performance. So again, this happens twice a day and it's also free with your admission. So these guys are up here doing a Korean traditional tight-roping performance. I don't know much about it, but I would tell you what, I respect them so much because they are bouncing up and down on this rope. My manly bits ache for them, as I'm sure they must have been a lot of pain. definitely make sure you come and check it out. There's so many different things you can do here, but to me this is one of my favorites and definitely the funniest of all of them. So come check it out.
집이 조금 쉬워 보이긴 하지 그래. 아이고 날씨 한번 기가 막히게 놀러 가기 좋다.
So visiting the Korean folk village has been so much fun. I would say this is something you absolutely must do if you're visiting Korea. If you're living in Korea, you might not have ever come here, but I definitely recommend it. Alright, so if you have any questions about this place, be sure to leave them down in the comments below. Alright, if you like this video, be sure to give me a big thumbs up. Go ahead and click that subscribe button, you guys, as I do upload weekly videos and you don't want to miss it. Alright, until next time, have a great day and I'll see you later.